Our noon report continuing from AM 1320. WFHR News is next, brought to you by your local Carrier dealer. Carrier, turn to the experts. Mike Warren back with you on the latest from our WFHR newsroom today. Well, it may cost you more in the near future to drive around here in the Badger State, or at least register that vehicle. A Republican transportation package was approved last night at Joint Finance at the state capitol. Correspondent Raymond Newport was there.
Republicans say raising the fees on title transfers is less expensive than increasing the gas tax over the average life of a car. Republican Representative Mark Boren says it's a much more reasonable cost.
So unless you're buying new vehicles that you have to register very frequently, you are getting hit with that gas tax increase a lot more frequent.
Democrat State Representative Evan Goyke says the numbers are misleading.
Pay attention, SUV and minivan owners of Wisconsin, because what the math equation that Representative Nygren just gave us left out that they are going to raise your registration fee.
The changes mean annual registration fees go up $25 for anyone who drives one of those vehicles. Title transfer fees are also up $95. Raymond Newport, Wisconsin Radio Network.
A measure in last night's Republican transportation plan would limit the amount of security available for Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes. The measure would restrict security spending for Barnes to the amount that was spent by former Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Kleefisch. Now, in the first 2 months of his time in office, Barnes needed 9 more hours of security than Kleefisch needed in all of 2018. Republicans accuse him of using the State Patrol as a chauffeur. The State Patrol says the plans were worked out between Governor Evers' staff and the patrol. Barnes is the state's lieutenant governor now, again coming in with Governor Tony Evers early this year. Republicans on the Joint Finance Committee have rejected a plan by Governor Evers and Democrats to put some more accountability and oversight in place at the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. The measure would have required the agency to account for jobs created by companies that get state funding. Representative Evan Goyke says that should have been an easy one.
You would think that this would be the entity where conservative tax stewards would have the sharpest magnifying glass, the clearest mirror to government.
Republicans did add 2 earmarks to the WEDC bill, adding funding to educational fabrication labs and a grant to help the National Guard bid for new tanker aircraft. Republicans on the Joint Finance Committee have increased the funding to the state's reinsurance program by around $72 million and approved a request of around $540,000 to help improve the state's Marketplace Navigator program. Republican JFC co-chair Representative John Nygren said the governor is mistaken about low-income people needing Medicaid.
The 82,000 don't have access to care. We know that's not true. They do have access to care at very low and affordable rates. And that is why he has put this money in to help connect them to the plans that are available. We're going to support that.
Republicans turned down a request for a new state position to specifically oversee the reinsurance program. Governor Evers and Democrats touting a new report that highlights the benefits of expanding Medicaid in Wisconsin. And the research by Health Affairs does suggest Medicaid expansion would reduce health insurance premiums for those with private plans purchased on the federal marketplace. The study compared marketplace premiums in Wisconsin to premiums in neighboring states that expanded Medicaid and found premiums were 19% lower among our neighbors from 2014 to 2018. Evers has been saying that expanding Medicaid would cover 82,000 more residents, and he's now urging Republicans to work with him to get expansion done. The state's dairy herd is just half of what it was 15 years ago. The state's Agriculture Department has announced its latest dairy herd count numbers, which indicates there were 7,722 herds milking in Wisconsin during the first week of June. That's down by 388 since the 1st of January. and 795 less than this time a year ago. Wisconsin Ag Connection reports the herd count is exactly half of what it was in September of 2004, when the total was 15,444. Clark County continues to hold the highest number of herds in the state with 760, followed by Marathon County with 472. And that's news from AM 1450 WDLB.